Nkaba Peter now striding out, made his debut for South African T20 internationals in the West Indies and did a very good job with the ball.
Nkaba Peters hasn't batted a lot, Hazy, but I've seen him bat and he can do a job, and he's going to have to do one now for South Africa. He's built a partnership with George Linder and utilised the 4.3 overs still left in the innings.
Interesting, the long chat that he had with George Linder, or George Linder had with him when he first arrived in the middle. There's the engine room. There's the production truck. Smoke coming out of the windows, out of the door. Hey. Lovely shot from the drone, coming up over the top of the stand. The crowd's getting nice and full now. 136 for 7. Word would have passed around that David Miller was creating havoc. But Pakistan have got themselves back into the game now. Really have done a fine job. 136 for 7. Halfway through the 15th over is top stuff. Let's just look at Abra's variations. You've got the leg spinner and the wrong one. So there's the fleck of the fingers. It's quite a simple delivery to actually pick. If you think about it, look at that sort of stuff. Hashim?
Yeah, I think if you're looking at the slow-mo, it is simple to pick. Plus with the caption in the bottom. But I think as a batter, particularly in day-night games, when the ball, it's difficult to see the seam, it becomes a little bit more difficult to pick. Is it the wrong one? Is it the leggy? I don't think Simelane picked that. Fortunately, it doesn't look good. But that's the advantage of having a mystery spinner, you're always in the game. We get a new batter at the crease. And it's never easy for the new batter because he doesn't know, is he turning away? Is he turning in? Do I make a play? And Abra is sitting with 3 for 35 in his final over. And he certainly made an impact. He's brought Pakistan back in the game.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Abbas Afridi, 2 for 24 as well off his 3 overs. He's done a fine job as well. 3 balls to go to the end of Abra's spell. And looking for another wicket. I like that little nod he gave a couple of times. He picked up wickets nice and early. Led towards the change room. He's on the onside. Get Linder back on strike. That would have been the chat, by the way, that George Linder would have had to Nkaba Peter.
Yeah, he would have just said to him, just get me on strike. Let's build the partnership. Let's get some runs. Let's take it to the last over at least before we try and hit some sixes. The last thing South Africa would want to get bowled out after having such a cameo of innings from David Miller. It'd be such a shame for it to go in vain.
Couldn't get any great power behind that, so he eased it down just for the one. Yeah, 135 it was when David Miller departed. 5 for 135 they were, and hadn't even completed the 14th over. Last ball. And it's the end of a fine spell. Got a little bit of tap at one stage, but really good work. Ended up with tidy figures, impressive figures of 3 for 37, 137 for 8.
With Chime, I get to decide when I get paid. It's kind of crazy. We can't choose when we get paid. Chime changed that for me. My pay lets me get up to $500 of my pay when I need it. There's no interest, no credit checks, no mandatory fees. My pay gives me the freedom to handle anything that life brings. I have big goals, and I'm not waiting for payday anymore. And you shouldn't either. That's why I Chime. Join me at chime.com and get paid when you say.
4 overs is the maximum that bowlers bowl in T20 cricket. 3 for 37, it's good work. Going at shade under 9.5, but picked up those 3 wickets. That's important. 138 for 7 right now. 5 overs to go. Hashim, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think South Africa under the pump here. They need to take what they can get. Beautifully bowled. can't get enough of a good Yorker. Certainly one of the most difficult delivery to face as a batsman, unless you can scoop and reverse scoop. I think once that shot has come into the T20 game for the last 10 years, 15 years, it's taken the Yorker, it's created doubts in the bowler's head. But if you don't play that shot, then the bowler can feel very comfortable to just land it like Shaheen Afridi is doing at the moment.
Yeah, and I guess there's also bowlers that can bowl it absolutely beautifully, that Yorker, like he does, versus guys who sometimes don't quite get it right.
Yeah, he's made a name for himself bowling that Yorkers, and he's made a name for him bowling up front, getting the ball to swing back into the right-hander.
And getting a wicket so often in that first over he bowls. Not quite carrying, just short.
Yeah, you'd hope that Ngaba Peters just feels the situation of the game here and doesn't need to do too much. Just needs to get George Linder back on strike. With 5 overs, or 4 overs and 4 balls, it's a long way to go. It's 26 balls. If they even get 26 runs, I'm sure South Africa will be happy. So there's no real rush for him to play any shots and just tick it along a little bit.
He's that on the onside. They're going to look to come back for the second. That's clever work. And good running as well. And Ngaba Peter.
Yeah, fantastic running. If you can't get the boundaries, you've got to keep the scoreboard ticking with the 1s and 2s. I must admit, Shaheen Afridi bowling so well. I would have been tempted to have somebody on the 1 on the leg side. Maybe even bringing Mudon up, tempting Ngaba Peters to go over Mudon and take the risk. It's a great opportunity for Pakistan to bowl South Africa out, so you can afford to be a touch more attacking, especially to a number 9.
Three balls left in his spell. That's a dot ball. Yorker wide of that off stump for the big drive. Got to love the youth. I assume you got to love the youth.
Yeah, you got to love it. He was touched late on that shot. Doesn't stop you from just practicing it afterwards, getting that feel-good feeling. There's every chance that he's going to get another Yorker or full delivery, and he needs to be ready for it.
Yeah, from around the wicket. 143 k's per hour, that last delivery. A little bit tighter in the line. Nicely driven, looking for one. Direct hit's out. No direct hit though.
Yeah, I think they could have scampered a single there, and I think Rizwan will feel that he missed an opportunity of running to the stumps. There's ample time for him to get to the stumps. He got, ample time. Ngaba Peters survives another one.
Right, 1 ball left in his spell, 1 ball left in this, the 16th over. Run rate is just dropping at the moment because these wickets that have been falling. So Pakistan are getting right back into this game. That 171. 170 is a key number in all the games that have been played here. Average score batting first and generally wins. Looking to whip that on the onside. They like it, Pakistan, and up goes that finger as well. So Afridi coming back with his last delivery. He thinks he's got a wicket. There is going to be a little bit of a chat between Ngaba and also George Linder. Are they going to go upstairs? They have.
TV Umpire 2 Director, we have a player review for LBW. On full decision is out. I've checked the bowler's feet and it's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please.
Might be his 100th T20 international wicket.
Ball appears close to the bat. Can we just confirm with ultra edge, please? Okay, roll it through. Flat line. Okay, I'm satisfied. No bat involved. Can you move to ball tracking when ready, please? The original decision is out. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets. Umpire's ball. Steven, stay with your own full decision of out. Stand by.
It is
You're
number 100. T20 international wickets for Shaheen Shah Afridi. He'll be delighted with the fact that he's got 100 of those wickets now. And Khyber Peter, a little shake of the head when he saw the big screen and still just shaking his head a little bit as he goes. But he's on his way for 3, 141 now for 8.
This is a Kizik shoe. It's a hands-free shoe that you just slip right on and stays on. We have come up with a hands-free shoe to fit your everyday life. The response has been, well, pretty dang good. No more crushed heels with our scientifically tested spring-back technology. But what's the point in hands-free shoes that aren't comfy? These bad boys make it feel like walking on clouds. With free U.S. shipping and returns, there is no excuse to not go hands-free. Visit kizik.com/TV and get 15% off your order from now until the end of the year.
Next to the crease for South Africa, Parker just finished his matric exams a couple of weeks back, and now he's in the cauldron. Quinton Parker playing for South Africa, 18 years of age. He's already made his debut a while back. He played many school matches and had to make valuable contributions. This is going to be a different equation for him up against the might of Pakistan. 8 wickets down. Can he offer some support for George Linder?
His temperament surely will be tested. Surveying the field from the non-striker zone. He's got to decipher this. Wrist spin from the left arm.
Linder picks it, smashes it out and decides to turn down the single. He wants to keep strike.
Interesting option taken. Still quite a few overs left.
Reverse sweep and executes brilliantly. Well played by George Linder. 1 bounce, 2 bounce into the boundary ropes, and that's why he stayed on strike.
Only if some of his mates would have understood the logic of batting in the death part of the innings. This is how it's done, really. He played the field beautifully.
Yeah, element of wrist it wasn't Ramesh because it's probably off the stumps, but that's what he's looking to do. Halve a strike, and if he gets one that he recognises, feels he can pick up a boundary, he's going to try and cash in. Drags that one away. He's looking for 2. Charges off, but I don't think he'll be able to get back. No, they decide against it. Shaheen Shah Afridi picked up his 100th T20 international wicket. It makes him the 3rd on the list for Pakistan. Haris Rauf has got 110. Shadab Khan has got 107. And Shaheen Shah Afridi has 100 under his belt.
He had a simpler plan this time around, which was to pitch the ball up. He was looking for the Yorker length after every couple of balls, and it worked perfectly for him. A little bit of reverse also.
Quinton Parker hasn't faced too many mystery spinners of this ilk in the school level. He's played a few provincial games. He might have come across someone like a Shamsi. Can he deal with the variations? Big booming cover drive.
Beautifully beaten. But he's got to hang in there. Make sure that he survives the next couple of balls.
George Linder needs to be in his ear just saying, just play it like a 4-day match. That's nasty. Punched and he'll be off the mark. And that's exactly what he needs to do. That's well done, Parker. Last ball of the over. Linder wants to keep strike. Tries to carve that one away. Throws his head back in disgust. 17